Viewer discretion is advised.
I think I'm venting too. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart.
Gak.
Where Amanda and I welcome a very special guest to talk about some weird shit you've seen in the news, some of the worst things that you've ever done, and get a new fear or two.
Mm-hmm. And we have a very special guest joining us today. Welcome to the stage, Christine Schiefer.
Hello.
Oh my, hold on, let me do my little bow. Okay. Oh, I hear them screaming, encore, encore, I know. Wow.
I love an encore at the top of an episode. Yes.
I know.
Right away.
Encore, I haven't done anything yet.
Right away.
Thank you for having me. It's so funny so my brother did an episode with you guys and he just went on and on about how fun it was. And then Em was like, oh, I just did an episode like a couple months ago. And I thought, oh, that's weird. I would really love to do it. And maybe they're like mad at me or something. And then I like scrolled back through my text and I was like, oh, I just actively avoided Amanda by accident. But I'm just so bad at my phone that I was like, maybe they hate me now. Anyway. And then I was like,
well,
they definitely asked.
Then we didn't hear back from you and we were both like, maybe she's mad
Isn't
at
that
us.
stupid? Then I'm like, and now I've just like created a problem that didn't exist. Yeah.
No, this happens. I do this all the time. I'm such a bad texter.
It's bad.
I get overwhelmed. I have like 500,000 group chats.
I just close my phone and I'm like, well, now I don't need to think about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry I took emotional offense when none was intended. And then in turn, ignored you by accident.
Listen, first
We
fight.
all projected. It's
And
fine.
now we all, first fake fight that no one was
Oh, I love
actually
that
upset
for
at
us.
all.
We should put that in like the tabloid, you know? Like,
Okay. Yeah. Can we sell that story to, what is it? Page 6?
Page 6.
Radar Online.
Em is
that
always
where-
saying we need more podcast tabloids. And I'm like, I think Em just wants to be on a magazine. But I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'd love to read it. I don't know if there'd be a big audience for that.
Em should be like the new Perez Hilton for
Honestly,
podcasting.
podcast Perez Hilton.
Em would thrive.
The
Harem Hilton.
unproblematic podcast Perez Hilton.
Em would thrive in that role.
I feel like we don't really need podcast tabloids because Reddit exists.
I was going to say that already exists. Exactly. It's on Reddit.
So y'all just go to Reddit.
Yeah, it's toxic enough
all
over there.
I'm a
We're all
Redditor.
guilty of scrolling through there every now and then and going, oh my.
Every now and then, every night as part of my bedtime routine.
I had to stop. Same with the text. I just have to put my phone down. I'm like, I can't do this.
All over the Love is Blind subreddit last night after watching the season 7 reunion.
You gotta.
I was
It's like
pissed.
everybody
So
becomes
far
like
behind.
the biggest internet sleuth all of a sudden. Everyone's just digging.
I have my thoughts. But anyway, we don't need to share all of those now. But you can text me and I will probably not respond.
Okay, excellent. And then I'll be mad at you and you'll be mad at me. It'll be great.
That's perfect. I love
Wonderful.
this relationship.
So healthy.
So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys. I can't wait.
We've got a heck of a show coming up. Christine is going to cold read some insane confessions, and I can't wait to get to that. But first, we have some crazy headlines from Amanda. Care to take it away?
Yeah, my section today is pure chaos.
Ooh.
It's all over the place. I couldn't help myself. We're just going to dive in. We're going to start with an update on the shrimp heist.
Sorry.
If we recall, like 50,000 something pounds of frozen shrimp en route to a Costco was hijacked and stolen.
This was Zandy's episode.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We were
Clearly,
like,
I
what-
haven't listened to it, which I that's on me. I should have done my research.
That's fine.
Someone just stole a fuck ton of frozen
and we
shrimp.
were like, what are you going to fucking do with that? How are you going to make money off this?
And now there's and they're frozen, so it's like the clock is ticking.
The clock is
Yeah.
ticking.
Oh shit! Okay,
We
and it's gonna
haven't-
smell real bad too.
It's going to reek.
And where are you going to like casually offload / like launder?
Right, it's not the most subtle
much frozen
item.
shrimp.
Roadside shrimp.
Such shrimp. There's an update though.
There is an update. This is an article from seafoodsource.com.
They're finally having their big moment.
They
their big
really
break.
are. I don't think that website has gotten as many clicks ever, except for
So much
this-
traffic.
So
much-
happy for them.
The site's down. The cookies are going
The
fucking
SEO
crazy.
is out of control.
I
The
always
one
accept
older
all
man
cookies.
in charge of the website maintenance is like, ah!
It's like, I don't know.
It's
I'm
the
out of my
same
depth.
guy. It's
Get
the
it,
same
depth.
guy maintaining the Heaven's Gate cult
Yes,
website.
I was going to say it's like one of those old Angel Fire websites that Heaven's Gate used.
Angel Fire.
Oh,
R.I.P.
good times.
No one heard my
Okay.
joke. That's okay.
Well, some people that listen are millennials, so someone will get that joke.
I missed
Crime-
the joke. What's the joke?
No, neither of you heard my joke.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Angel Fire joke. What did you say?
No.
Did you hear my
I
joke?
like how I thought Amanda was just like, Lucy, there's no time for your joke. Let's move
No.
on. And I was
That's
like,
usually how it happens. I'm just dismissed.
Okay, back it up. What was your joke?
It's not funny anymore.
I know, now
You
we're
have to
forcing
say
I
you.
it.
said
now.
the website maintenance guy was like, I'm out of my depth because it's a seafood.
Oh
my God. Okay, wait.
Okay, I
Sorry,
did hear it. I just didn't
Correction,
get
I also did hear it. So sorry, Lucy. We just didn't get it.
it. We are
Oh,
not
that joke. Okay.
Oh, that. Got it. Okay.
That-
My bad.
joke.
Well, I've started this episode really on a high note.
What a
You're nailing
pun.
it. You're nailing it.
All right, well, here we go. Crime ring responsible for U.S. seafood thefts busted.
A
New
ring.
Jersey State Police arrested 4 men they say are responsible for the theft of $305,000 worth of shrimp bound for a New Jersey Costco outlet. NJSP, New Jersey State Police, arrested 4 men from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
New Jersey Seafood Police.
Looks like someone took the slow train from Philly. Anybody
Wow.
watch The Office? As part of Operation Beef Bandit, an organized criminal ring responsible for a series of 9 burglaries at service areas along the Jersey Turnpike.
That is the classiest thing I've ever heard.
It's the most New Jersey shit I've
Yeah.
Operation Beef Bandit. You could be
It's on the turnpike, boys.
Philly, Jersey, chipped beef, seafood. It's all perfect. It's like this is divine. It couldn't have been written
This
better.
is unbelievable. It feels
It's
like
real.
yeah, it can't. It's like reality stranger than fiction. I don't know if my brother mentioned this when he was on, but I'm assuming he did. But he goes to a Costco in New Jersey for his meds. Maybe he didn't bring this up, but he goes to a specific Costco in New Jersey, and I'm like, is this? It's a little fishy, so to speak, that he didn't bring this up when he was on your podcast because
Wait, does he
I
live
think
in New
he's
Jersey?
involved.
he lives in New York now,
Okay, okay.
as of a few months ago, but he has to I guess the Costco in New Jersey is the only one that has his specific medication. But yeah, so I'm like, why didn't he bring that up? It feels like maybe something shady is happening that he didn't
Is he
mention
part
that.
of Operation Beef
He
Bandit?
very well could be, is what I'm thinking.
We did accuse him of a lot of random things
Oh,
in
did
that
you?
episode.
I do that all the
Oh,
time.
being a misogynist.
Yeah. Oh, he told me about that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
really came for him. We tried to get him canceled.
I love
It
that.
didn't
for
work
you.
though. Everyone just loved him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Isn't that
man.
frustrating?
I know.
really
You know
backfired.
what? As his sister, I totally understand how you feel.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a lot of space to
Thank you so much.
just lay it all out there.
We want you to feel seen.
Yeah, we want you to feel seen. We want you to have your moment. So on September 17th, police arrested Sean Coleman, 23, Salahuddin Reddy, 37, Hanif Tucker, 31, and Rashawn Clark Reddy, 26, after they broke into a parked, occupied tractor trailer at the Molly Pitcher service area on the New Jersey Turnpike. Over the past 3 years, the crew broke into parked, often occupied trailers and stole millions of dollars worth of high-value goods, including meat, alcohol, and seafood.
Wow.
Quote, they've been targeting tractor trailers overnight in our service areas while the truck drivers are sleeping.
That's scary.
Mm. Well,
Also
they're in a
scary.
totally separate compartment,
Right.
but still.
What if they just slept among the shrimp? Yeah.
They're going after the cargo.
I'm a hot sleeper. I sleep in the back.
I sleep in the fridge truck.
But here's my question. Do you think that they know when they're opening the tractor trailer, what's inside? Because what if they're like, oh, well, this clearly has some valuable, massive quantity of stuff inside. It's headed to Costco. and they open it and then they're like, guess we're taking shrimp today? Or do you think they like
if they're
knew?
targeting, it sounds like they're targeting food. And so they're likely targeting refrigerated trucks, which
Oh,
are pretty
good point.
easy to identify. And then a lot of those trucks will have advertising on them that are like grade A-B for those like
30,000
McDonald's trucks or whatever the
pounds
fuck.
of shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 300 grand worth of shrimp right here, boss. Clip this lock off. You're going to get your bag of
That's
shrimp.
Crazy. That's
but also
crazy.
if they're just kind of breaking into the back and no one's hearing that, like it's pretty like a fly by night operation. Maybe if they open it and it's like, you know, fucking bananas that aren't that valuable, 300,000 pounds of bananas. Maybe they can just kind of be like, well, this is not worth it, and then just lock
just
it up.
close
Shut it
it.
and
Right,
leave.
right. Good point. Good point. No one has to know.
Because if it's not worth it, if they get caught for something that dumb,
Right.
Just walk away.
Great point. Great point.
This popped off.
Yeah.
2 of the suspects allegedly intentionally rammed an occupied, unmarked police car, and 3 troopers sustained minor injuries during the arrest.
wow.
Lord. They were
And-
really fighting for that shrimp.
Fighting for that shrimp. NJSP Sergeant Charles Marchan confirmed to Seafood Source the 12th of September theft of a truck from a warehouse in Middlesex, New Jersey is linked to the Operation Beef Bandit crime ring.
So good.
In
So
that
dumb.
case, the truck contained, this is our shrimp, $305,000 worth of shrimp that was bound for a Costco in Monroe, New Jersey. I wonder if that's your
I
brother's
should look.
Costco.
I'm not sure. I should look.
The reported value of the stolen tractor trailer was $50,000, so they took the trailer itself, bringing the total loss from the theft to $355,000. The 4 men were charged with receiving stolen property, possession of burglar tools, conspiracy to commit cargo theft, and
Can you get
criminal
arrested
mischief.
for possessing burglar tools?
I guess you can.
Yes. What is a? I mean, like a bobby pin? No, probably not.
I mean,
Maybe
I have
it's
a feeling this is one of those things that they tack on when
Oh,
they get
right.
you.
As like, yeah. It's
So that like if
associated
you
with
get
the actual
you
burglary.
burgle and
Yeah.
then get caught with a bobby pin, you're stacking charges. You're fucked. You're fucked.
I get it now.
NJSP said they do not know whether the arrest suspects were responsible for 2 recent Philadelphia cargo thefts that involved valuable loads of seafood. I love a valuable load.
Valuable load.
Yeah.
On September
Also, I love that
4th,
they're like, it could be a different bandit who's targeting this other seafood truck.
Listen,
Like,
this
I'm
is a
sure
hot-
there's many of these gangs running around New Jersey.
this is a hot frozen item.
I guess so.
On September 4th in Philadelphia, thieves stole an estimated $42,000 worth of crab from a parked tractor trailer, according to a Philadelphia Police Department report. Quote, a 49-year-old male reported to police that while he was asleep inside his tractor trailer, he felt movements coming from the rear of the vehicle. Upon checking, he observed approximately 6 males stealing boxes of crab meat. The names of the seafood supplier and its customer were not provided. They are being protected for their safety.
Wow.
On August 8th, 1 pallet of tuna with an undisclosed value was stolen from a parked tractor trailer in the same city, according to a separate Philadelphia Police Department report. Again, no information on the seafood supplier or customer was provided.
What's happening? Is this?
I don't know.
What are they doing with it?
I don't know, but it's
So perplexed.
it's not great. It's not great.
I just feel so like uncomfortable that I don't know what the point is.
I just hope now we're going to see a drop in food theft because we caught the Operation Beef Bandit crime ring.
I can't believe that they've been stopped.
Women and
Foiled.
children and people can sleep soundly in their beds this eve,
Or in their
knowing that the
refrigerated
beef bandits
truck
are
beds.
behind bars.
Yes, thanks to the New Jersey Seafood Police,
The
NJSP
beans
has
bandits.
stopped them in their tracks. That is wild.
If Costco was their victim, I
They'll be
don't
fine.
really care.
Yeah.
No, they'll be fine. You know they have hella insurance on all their frozen shrimp.
Right, and imagine
Oh,
what's the biggest hurt to customers? They can't get their like little shrimp platter. I mean,
Yeah.
it's rough. I understand.
It was frozen shrimp. It wasn't even like the good, like
fresh-
fresh cocktail shrimp.
They wouldn't dare. The bandits wouldn't dare touch the
No.
fresh.
I mean,
stuff.
think of how scrunch the timeline of turnover would be if you got fresh shrimp. That would be terrible.
Ooh, yeah.
That's too stressful.
You'd be talk about clock ticking. Yeah.
Yeah, frozen is where I draw the line.
Yeah.
In a slightly related headline that also involves food and fuckery, we have a headline that might have been our most sent headline for this month from wearegreenbay.com. So this is out of Wisconsin.
Ooh.
Famous pizza place in Wisconsin issues apology after serving pizza contaminated with THC.
No.
Health officials provide guidance. A Wisconsin-based pizza restaurant has issued an apology after it was discovered that some of its pizza served to customers was contaminated with THC.
What?
Officials with Public Health Madison and Dane County stated in a release that famous Yeti's Pizza in Stoughton had an unintentional THC contamination in the dough of some of its pizzas sold between Monday, October 21st and Thursday, October 24th. So this just happened. We just missed our window.
Okay, I was
Damn
just
it.
in Madison like 2 weeks ago. It looks like I missed the window of, and I
Yeah.
also didn't eat at
You
Yeti
fucked
Pizza,
up.
but it
You
sure sounds
fucked
like a
up.
place M would eat. So
Could have got a free buzz.
I was gonna say, man, I wish I had
who
known.
does not partake
No,
in
M does not partake. I would have
any
loved
of
to
the
see.
substances.
And
I
would
would've
be like,
loved to see
I'm
that.
slipping into psychosis.
I
It's
Why don't
finally
I order you a
happening.
pizza and see what happens?
Go to the hospital. Health officials are warning anyone who may have purchased pizza during that time frame from famous Yetis to throw it away.
What happened? How do you get THC in your dough?
Let's see what they say. Around 5:30 p.m. on October 24th, Famous Yeti's Pizza addressed the incident on its Facebook page with an explanation and apology. The full statement can be read below. Yeti's community. It is with deep regret that we inform you of a potential contamination involving pizza sold between Tuesday, October 22nd and 4:30 p.m. and Thursday, October 24th, 12 p.m. I want to know how they got the timeline so tight.
Yeah, that's actually very
Yeah.
precise. Yeah.
Mhm.
After receiving reports from staff, Yeti's owner and employees of unexplained physical reactions,
Oh no.
we underwent an investigation with the Stoughton police and the local health officials.
Oh boy.
Today, it was confirmed that pizza had been sold with dough mistakenly prepared with Delta 9 contaminated oil.
Ooh.
The olive oil or whatever, or vegetable oil that was
Wow.
in there
Dang.
was weed oil, which
That
is like
expensive though. Like, how are you getting that mixed up with just restaurant grade oil?
That
I'm
it
gonna
had to
tell
have been
you
a
right
prank.
now. Yeah, there's no way this was
Right?
A
Like,
this
there's
was an
no-
employee.
This doesn't happen
Yeah.
by accident, right?
Mhm. The oil accidentally used in the product originated from a shared, okay, this could be legit, from a shared storage space in the on-site cooperative commercial kitchen. They might prep their dough in a co-op commercial kitchen, which we have a bunch of these in Minnesota too. I'm sure every state
Yeah.
has them because
Yeah.
if people have smaller businesses and they have,
And, like,
they want to
pop-ups
sell
and stuff.
yeah, and prep
Yeah.
hot sauces, all kinds of stuff. You have to, under like food regulations, you have to prep in a commercial grade kitchen.
Right.
And not
That
everybody
makes
has
sense.
access to that. So is Delta 9 legal in Wisconsin?
It's like federally legal, I believe.
Huh. So yeah, maybe someone is making oils, gummies, tinctures, things like that for
And
for
someone
a
just
store.
grabbed the wrong bottle.
And someone grabbed the wrong bottle or
no.
intentionally swapped it
Yeah.
out. I still suspect foul
I
play here.
mean, it seems like it would be a tough thing to mix up by
Mm-hmm.
accident, but what do I know?
Yeah.
We want to assure you that all affected products have been destroyed.
Destroyed. No, I want to
I know. Well, maybe they were destroyed by being eaten by the staff. We don't know how they were destroyed.
Destroyed, right.
Famous, I fucking destroyed,
destroyed
that
that.
weed pizza.
That weed pizza.
Famous
And then it
Yetis.
destroyed me.
And then it fucking destroyed me. Last time I ate something made with weed oil, I was high for 3 days. I had to cancel
God.
recording because I was
And then
like, Lucy, I
that's-
can't read.
And
Oh
you
yeah, I forgot you were just like, I'm still affected. I literally can't get my shit together.
I
what
can't
was
read.
it that you ate? What kind of food?
I made popcorn with weed infused coconut oil that my husband had made, like super strong, and I did not. I had no idea what the measurements were. I just grabbed like
that's danger zone.
heaping spoonfuls, just plopped them in the pot, poured the popcorn. over it, popped it right in the oil.
3 days
Yeah.
later.
Oh, it was so good. Then I watched a double feature of Fall and The Day After Tomorrow.
Whoa. I mean, it sounds like you had quite an experience.
Thoroughly fucked yourself out.
And then went to bed, and I don't even remember this, but I guess I told my husband that I thought I needed to go to the hospital, and he was like, "No, you don't. You need to go to bed."
And then you went straight to bed. Anyway.
Then the next day, I was like, I can't do this.
You're still
I can
there.
barely look at my phone. Like,
Yikes.
I couldn't read.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's when
It
you
was
really
rough.
know you've done it.
It was rough. I was like, well, maybe I'll feel this way forever. And then by the end of the day, I was like, okay, I'm starting to come around. And then one more good night's sleep, and I was, to be fair,
That's a
I was
long time, though.
still
That's
high.
like, yeah, that's quite a
But I was
journey.
like, I could
That was a-
drive,
yeah.
I could read, I can function. I just
I'm
can
human
still
again.
feel that there's THC in my body.
Yeah.
Okay, Beans, you got to get off my keyboard.
It makes
Okay.
me wonder, like, how high people got after, like, I don't know. After eating the pizza, is it like you eat a slice and it's like, oh, I feel buzzed? Or is it like, oh, you have to eat the whole thing?
It's tough too because pizza's fatty, so it's gonna like delay.
Right. And
in
imagine you
your
forget your
digestion.
lactate. Then we're like all
yeah.
screwed.
Then
Oof.
you're high and shitting through a screen door.
Yeah. Then you're
Bad
in the
combo.
bathroom and it's just rough times.
But the walls are closing in on you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
sweating.
You can't find the bathroom. It's the whole thing.
Describe
Ugh.
my own personal hell. That's it.
You're in there for 49 minutes. Your friends come looking for you.
Are
I
you
just
okay?
got here.
I live here now.
What are you doing in my house?
Is working closely with local authorities to improve our storage and security protocols to prevent this from happening again and to
helpful.
guarantee the safety of our
Again.
customers. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience or harm caused. If you were affected or have any questions, please reach out to kale@famousyetis@gmail.com.
Wow. Those emails, I would pay good money to see those emails coming.
Right?
The
Yeah.
comment section on the Facebook page is quite funny. It's mostly people being like, damn, I missed the window.
I know, yeah,
I want the pizza. It's very predictable commentary.
That seems right. That seems exactly correct.
Stoughton EMS reportedly notified public health that they had transported multiple people with symptoms who all reported eating at Famous Yeti's Pizza.
Oh my God.
It's right straight to the source.
I mean, if you didn't know,
Yeah,
and
if
you
you
ate
didn't
this,
know.
That's true.
and then a few hours later, you're like fucked up, I'd probably be like, I need to go to the hospital too.
Well, and if you think like you're eating it at dinner time, like maybe you have a few beers and you're like, something's really like,
Something's off.
yeah, that would be probably really confusing.
And
release-
potentially dangerous if you were like by yourself or if you were driving
Good
or if you
point.
were
If you
like
had
biking.
To drive, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this is certainly a funny story, but that would be straight up terrifying and potentially very dangerous. You don't know people's allergies or reactions
Right,
to
right,
THC. Like this is not an okay thing to have had happen. This
Right,
is-
right, right.
It's not good. I'm it's not likely that anyone's gonna die from accidentally eating weed, but like
Right.
it's still not a good situation.
Yes.
The release also notes that Famous Yeti's Pizza operates in a building with a shared industrial kitchen where many businesses make food and other products. Quote, public health sanitarians are currently investigating the building with help from the Stoughton Police Department and the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. The owner of Famous Yeti's Pizza is cooperating with the investigation. Thank you, Kale.
Kale.
Health officials are also
Kale.
asking anyone who ate the pizza and is experiencing THC-related symptoms to contact their healthcare provider or call 911 if their symptoms worsen.
Oh no! Don't call 911.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Do what you need
like
to
Bill
do, I
told
guess.
me, you don't need to go to the
Right,
hospital.
right.
You need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Not drive your car and go to sleep.
You need to have a small plate of scrambled eggs
Right.
and get a nice big blanket and
A weighted blanket.
A weighted
a
blanket.
weighted blanket and just
Put on brown
fucking
noise.
relax.
Just
and
chill.
close your eyes and the spinning will stop.
Oh no, I hate that.
All right, I've got a couple more for you today. I know that at least one person, Lucy, on this call is a fan of the acclaimed comedy sketch show, I Think You Should Leave.
Oh yeah.
And you
yeah.
are also.
Also, yes.
Okay.
Big time.
Well, when I got this in my inbox, I literally yelled on the toilet while I was putting these together. They say Coffin Flop is not a show.
I almost included this in mine.
No
I'm
way.
really glad I didn't.
This is from apnews.com. Funeral home in Poland apologizes after a corpse falls out of a hearse in traffic.
Oh my God.
This is both like my dream and my nightmare.
Right.
It's my dream.
It is definitely Lucy's dream. Yes.
I want to write this into my like end of life plans.
Like
I
make the
want
bottom
it
of the
rigged.
coffin
In the
out of
procession.
plywood. Like really
Not
weak
even plywood.
A
Cardboard.
trap door.
Yeah, a trap
Someone
door.
like
Yank
pulls a chain.
Just like opens. Yeah.
Yep, I want this, and I want to come out of the hearse and coffin flop into traffic.
Yeah.
I love that. And fill the coffin with frozen shrimp while we're at it. Just
So
to
much frozen.
Yeah.
keep the body fresh, you know?
And then like
Yeah.
confetti for no reason. Those snakes in a can.
Glitter. Just an
Glitter.
explosion.
Just like ruin everyone's day, you
And
know?
make it very
Make
confusing.
Mine.
Yeah. And make Lucy's day awesome.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very confusing.
Very confusing for the unknowing public. Very on brand for the people who know me.
The uninitiated won't know what's happening,
Mhm.
but
A funeral home in Poland issued an unusual apology on Saturday
Oh, boy.
after a corpse that it was transporting fell out of a hearse and into traffic.
oh my God.
Polish media reported that a man was driving down a street Friday in Stalowa Wola, a city in southeastern Poland, Stalowa Wola, when he first saw a sheet on his car window.
Oh no. A shroud, you say?
When the sheet slid down,
Stop.
he saw a body
Stop.
lying on the road.
This is crazy. This is like Final Destination shit.
And then he said he thought he hit a person.
Yeah, for a moment,
There's
the
just a
driver
a
feared that he
body
had
in
hit that
front of him.
person.
That is my
The
nightmare.
range of that would be I
The
would be
roller
vomiting,
coaster.
shitting, crying, screaming.
just expiring on the
A
spot.
regular Thursday morning, basically.
I hit
but
an old man in a tux.
Oh my God. It tux and he was wearing a sheet around his head for some reason.
or it's their bare butts, like in the sketch.
Ooh.
Local media published an image of the corpse lying on a white striped pedestrian crossing where it tumbled out of the hearse.
Tumbled.
AP News, come on.
Oh, wow. Tumbled.
The company transporting the hearse, Hades Funeral Service.
Stop it.
Like the country?
Hades.
No, like the guy who like
Oh.
Like the god of hell or
the
whatever.
underworld.
Yeah,
the god of the underworld.
underworld.
No wonder.
Hades.
From the Hercules movies where his hair is blue
flame?
fire.
Yep. He's
Why
no
the
good,
fuck
that guy.
would you call it Hades Funeral
It's
Service?
gotta be somebody's, it might be like Hades. It's gotta be somebody's name or something, but it's spelled Hades. So that's how I'm
Feels a
fucking
little on the
saying it.
nose, you know?
It's too much.
I also visited my grandma at her new apartment recently.
Okay.
It's like an assisted living place. It's on like Sundown Boulevard or something. It's like a really suggestive street name. And I'm like,
Sundowners Boulevard.
Wow.
yeah. I don't like that.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's again on the nose.
Just the memory care ward is very
That's rough.
specific.
That's rough.
They have like an event space on the first floor, and you know when it's happy hour because there is just a
packed.
row of like wheelie walkers parked in the hallway.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
So
god.
cute.
I actually kind of
love
want to
it.
go there now. Yeah.
I want to go to happy hour.
Yeah,
With
they only
that-
have beer and wine.
That's fine. I can make that
You
work.
bring your own Pennifer Coolidge and
BYO Pennifer.
it's fine. It'll be a good time.
So Hades Funeral Services issued a statement Saturday taking responsibility for the incident and blaming a technical failure of the hearse. Quote, "It is with deep regret that we inform you that as a result of an unexpected technical failure of the electric tailgate lock in the hearse, during the transport of the body of the deceased, an unfortunate event occurred which does not reflect the high standards of our company. Our deep empathy towards the families of the deceased and the respect we always show to the deceased. It apologized to all those who were disappointed and upset by this event."
Disappointed. I'm not
What
mad. I'm
about
just
those
disappointed.
I'm not
Or-
mad. I'm just disappointed.
Titillated and excited by this.
Yeah, right.
Where's
But
my
imagine
Where's
being
my
a-
apology for getting me horny on a Thursday when I did not sign up
Where's
for
your
this?
apology for Lucy like flying to Poland to just see what
I
happens
spent
next?
so much money on tickets to Poland.
Oh my God. And that's all on you, Hades funeral service.
I mean,
should
I like
sue
the
them for damages.
I like pierogies, but I
Oh, yum.
came to see a corpse fly onto my windshield
I was
of my
promised
rental
to
car.
show. Yeah.
The shock
show.
of the shock alone
promised
of
a
oh my
sheet.
God, there's a sheet on my windshield. I can't see anything, and then the sheet blows away, and there's a corpse in the road.
Just like,
I mean, it's out of a
well, their
horror
eyes
movie.
would have been glued shut.
Yikes.
Never in my fucking life.
Yikes.
Never in my fucking life. Okay, I have one more that I read the headline and I clicked it because I was curious. And then when I saw the picture, which I'm popping in that shared drive that I sent to you guys
Mhm.
so you can see it. I kind of want you to look at it and tell me what you see
Okay.
before I read the headline.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I
this
see
This candle?
Klansman.
Yes.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Sorry. I was like, a candle? Okay.
It
I
is a
get
candle.
it. Yeah. It looks like KKK
Clandle.
masks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like,
bad.
no doubt.
I
Like,
read
not
the
even
headline and I
remotely.
was like, wait, no way. And then I saw the picture and I was shook.
I actually had to like close out of the tab. It was getting me like freaked out. Like
it,
a little
prove
upset.
that.
It looks so, right? I
It's
can't
like, how do you
believe it.
not see that as a design?
all
How did
I
it get
can see.
past so many rounds
So
of people?
many fucking people approve
yeah.
this.
Bath and Body Works of all things. Yikes.
Y'all, so the headline reads, Bath and Body Works apologizes for candle with label resembling KKK hood.
Christ.
It's supposed to be like a one of those cut out
Snowflake.
snowflake.
Right, with the paper cuts, but
But like, no.
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 Clandle.
Oh my God.
Clandle. It's a candle, indeed.
This is the worst
great.
fucking. This is the worst fucking thing. A candle that should have been known for its cozy notes of buttermilk, musk, and vanilla has quickly become a viral blunder by
Not
one of the
musk and
country's
vanilla. Come
by
on.
Elon Musk and vanilla.
Yeah.
That's more accurate.
Oh God.
By one of the country's most popular home fragrance chains. Bath and Body Works pulled its snowed-in candle from shelves last week after online critics said the label included imagery resembling garb worn by Ku Klux Klan members.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
fucking looks exactly like it.
They're pointed hoods with eye holes.
It's
Literally. It's and like just
shocking.
in a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
The design, which was meant to be a paper snowflake, looks similar. No,
Thanks, Bath
looks
and Body Works.
exactly.
We get it. Like we get what it was supposed to be, but it doesn't negate what it looks like.
We hear you.
We do hear you.
but we also see it.
We also
yeah,
see
we
you.
also have fucking eyes.
Yeah, nice try though.
Unlike these.
Unlike apparently everyone in the Bath and Body Works marketing and graphic design team.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm sorry. Tell me no fucking black people or people of color work for your company without telling me that
Yeah,
no fucking people of
100%.
color work for your company. This is white folks.
Yeah,
White people
big time.
fucking did this. White people approved this. White people put this on
There's
shelves.
no other possible.
other
There's no
explanation.
other possible way. No.
There's no other fucking way.
No.
This is our fault.
It's like pretty shocking to look at.
It's so shocking. It's so shocking. I couldn't believe it.
This feels like something that would have happened in like 2003 when the internet was first like kind of people were like but nowadays like you'd think people would be a little more on their
Y'all.
game.
This
Come
is
on.
why diversity and inclusion corporate
matter.
programs
Point.
are legit.
One of the many reasons.
Oh my god.
A spokesperson for the Columbus, Ohio based, well, there you go.
Hey.
Retailer.
Hey. No comment.
Sorry, it's suddenly all
there you
becoming
go.
clear.
Ooh boy.
Retailer said the resemblance was unintentional and the company is committed to listening to our teams and customers and committed to fixing any mistakes we make. We apologize to anyone we've offended and are swiftly working to have this item removed and are evaluating our process going forward. We hired a person of color. There's one now.
We're gonna put them on all the pamphlets and brochures, just so
Yeah.
that you know.
Problem solved.
Everything's fine, you guys. The gaffe comes during a crucial quarter for Bath & Body Works, which leans on the holidays to make up more than a third of its annual sales.
Oh my god.
The company also leverages its special collections to retain existing customers and maintain interest levels. I'm literally gagging. Whatever. Fuck you, Bath & Body Works. I don't care. Bath & Body Works has seen sales decline over the past few years. Yeah, because you get a headache walking by their store.
It's like painful to even be in the vicinity sometimes.
Like
It's not
Bath
good.
& Body Works, and I'm sorry to say it, Lush.
It's really strong. Like especially in a mall.
I won't go in a mall.
Yeah.
It's like a Hollister.
Yes.
Yeah, but
yes. What is with the
worse.
scents at all these
Because
places?
at least like Hollister and Abercrombie, at least back when we were youths able to fit in those clothes, it was like their signature scent. It was like their cologne or whatever.
Right.
Which still
Fierce.
sucked.
Mhm.
But places like Bath & Body Works, it is a bombardment
They've got like 40 different
of
things.
1,000 scents.
And everyone's
all
like
competing
testing
with each
them, you
other.
know? So it's like adding to it.
Oh, I can't.
If you work there, I can't. Every time I see people working in there, I'm like, you must just have
I'd have a migraine
migraines
every
all
fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day. Its latest earnings released in August showed a 2% decline in total revenue, but sales are back to matching pre-pandemic levels. Thanks to this candle.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Why
I
people
know.
do love Bath & Body Works.
Maybe they have like a new following in the white supremacy groups. They're like, oh, we're actually really into this. We're going to start financing your business.
Okay, thank you. Again, shout out to Reddit. A Bath & Body Works employee posted on Reddit that the company is instructing workers to remove the labels and place them in opaque trash bags so they can't be seen.
Opaque trash.
Candles purchased before they were removed from shelves are being resold on eBay with listings. I can't, you guys. We are fucking depraved.
Don't.
With listings ranging from $125
Don't.
to $360.
What is the matter
Oh my
with people?
god. Why would you want that?
Well, some people are fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Some commenters on Twitter and Reddit are dubbing the snowed-in candle. Oh, there you go. The clandle and the clan Christmas candle.
Lucy called it.
There's been a resurgence in Klansman garb as a popular hate symbol among white supremacists, according to the Anti-Defamation League. A recent report from the FBI showed that hate crimes against Black people or African Americans accounted for 30% of incidents in the last year, the highest for any group. So,
Delightful.
yeah, it's like great fucking timing, Bath
I feel
and
like
Body
they had to like
Works.
present that information to the Bath and Body Works team, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh,
Stoking
oh.
the candle flames of division and white supremacy, one snowed-in candle at a time.
Oh my god, they're $300
Anyway.
on eBay. I can't."
People are sick. Those are my headlines.
Wow.
If I had to be shocked by that, I had to bring y'all along with me.
Thank you.
And if you stumble upon something wild like any of the above, you can go to our website, wineandcrimepodcast.com, and at Contact Us, we've got this cute little drop-down menu where you can pick funny headline, drop in your link,
Oh,
and
cute.
send it away.
I like how you're telling the audience, and I'm like, "Oh, love that. I'm gonna check that out."
I'm going to go to your website.
Oh, welcome back. That was a lot.
It
I'm
was.
gonna
I
say
told
that
you
was
it
a
was
lot.
pure chaos.
Yeah,
It was.
I'm
And
feeling a
I
little overwhelmed.
I had a freaking like IBS flare this morning. I'm putting together all my headlines on the toilet, and I'm bombarded with this.
You're reading about
shocking
like shrimp and like the KKK. It's
Shrimp,
really a bad.
KKK candles, bodies falling out on the street.
Oh yeah, the fucking. I already forgot about the corpse.
The sheet.
The
The
fucking
sheet on the windshield.
It was
God.
a potpourri, a disturbing potpourri.
a dark
yes, a
poker.
hellish.
Also, like,
Hades
really
funeral
smelly.
services.
It's like
Yeah.
so smelly. Think about
Everything
the shrimp.
is
Think about the
scented.
dead body, and then think about the candle. It's like all
stenches.
smells.
The stench, the weed pizza.
The weed pizza. Oy vey.
Oy vey, indeed.
You said
Wow.
it, Christine.
You know what? I did.
Well,
Now's your turn, bitch.
That was your
Oh,
turn.
great.
bitch.
Great. Yeah, I'm totally gonna live up to the high bar you just set for me. Let's see if I can.
It's okay. No one ever does.
What do? I just read these confessions from people?
You sure do. We haven't read them. Our producer,
okay.
Andrea, pulls them and tries to pull confessions that will resonate with you, the guest.
Oh, intriguing. Okay.
So she did a little bit of light research on you personally, so hopefully you feel like targeted.
She runs a quick background check.
Targeted. Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping to feel today.
Yeah. Welcome to Wine and Crime.
Oh, I knew what I was getting into. Who am I kidding?
You know we're bad people.
oh,
We've known
boy.
each other for a while.
That's true. We've been on this roller coaster.
We sure have.
All right. So this one is called Blasphemous Barista.
Uh-oh.
You could say I was going through a stage in life I like to call religious rebellion. Wow, I already do feel targeted. Thank you. At the time, I worked at a popular coffee chain as a barista, and who would come in every other day but Father M. Oh, yikes.
Oh,
Not Father M.
Not Father M.
that's really weird.
Not Father M. Schultz.
To be fair, it's the letter M, which
Sure.
still confusing,
Sure it is.
but I'm going to put a pin in that and see what happens.
I'm only picturing M in a little priest collar.
With a little, white collar thing.
Yeah, with their hair all
But you know
sexy
how,
and slicked back.
Yeah. And you know how sometimes during special holidays like Easter or whatever, they'll have these crazy robes that they pull out with all the...
yeah.
So
The
M is for sure
decorations.
glammed out in the Easter robes.
Full Catholic glam.
Full Catholic glam.
Catholic glam.
That's honestly sick, Amanda. I hate that you just said Catholic glam.
I'm changing my Halloween costume
That's
from hot dog
You're
nun
none.
to
Hot Pope.
full Catholic glam.
Catholic glam. Well, okay.
We are going to the Vatican next week.
We
Oh
are.
my God.
Home of Catholic glam.
Yeah.
Hey, you could all do Vatican bounding,
Listen,
Disney bounding, but
I do
Vatican
get
bounding.
I don't know what that is.
free check
Oh, it's where
bags
you
with Delta.
subtly dress I think Disney bounding is where you
Yes.
What is
'Cause
it exactly?
You're not allowed to go to Disney in a costume. In a
Right, 'cause
specific
they have
costume
actual
because they have
costumes.
paid
Oh.
actors.
People.
But people will do Disney bounding where they will put together an outfit that is representative of their
right. So it's
favorite
more
Disney
subtle
characters.
than a full on costume, but it represents
So I'm gonna
a certain
go.
character.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
Pope bounding.
yeah, Vatican bounding,
Vatican
Catholic,
bounding.
full Catholic glam.
I do have kind of a thick chain gold necklace where the
Okay.
thing is it's like a subtle little emblem. I'm bringing it.
Now we're talking. Just
I
draw a
might
big cross on that
bring
thing.
I might bring 2 bags.
You
Is
better.
that crazy? Is that insane?
When in Rome.
We'll see. I'm finishing packing today. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm
Obviously-
gonna have to text you guys because I have a lot of questions about your upcoming.
And also,
adventures.
by the time this episode comes out, we'll have been back for 2 weeks. So
Right.
This sounds
You'll be
completely
changed.
ludicrous. Yeah, I'll be still in Italian prison because I
oh
got
right, you
arrested
maybe never
for
come back. We'll see.
Vatican bounding.
Because you were Vatican bounding, right?
I
They
showed
don't
my
look.
shoulder.
I think they probably frown upon that. Yeah.
probably do.
Well, incidentally, guys, Father M was hot AF. So,
Ooh.
it really is kind of tracking here. And then it says, and I could sense a bit of flirtatious friendliness on his part. He was young and, in my eyes, the perfectly hot answer to my conundrum. First of all, this feels like smut, like Kindle smut, where
Yeah.
they're ooh, priest.
Yeah, I feel like I should be reading this on Passages
Priest
right
smut.
now.
Yeah, on the toilet.
Yeah.
I like that they said conundrum,
Conundrum.
conundrum.
It's a big old conundrum.
Oh, conundrum.
Oh, I didn't even get it. See, Lucy,
No one's getting my
your
jokes
humor
today.
is it's
Depths.
just so niche and
It's too smart for
Not
us.
funny.
educated.
Your humor is so niche.
It's so subtle.
It's just I'm just so proud of you for, you'll wear anything, you'll joke about anything.
Oh my God, you're so brave.
You're so brave to make jokes like that.
You look so comfortable.
Wow, you look so comfortable. Anyway, conundrum is good.
You're just
Lucy.
comfortable in anything. I really admire that about you.
Especially in
For the
Catholic glam. That is when you really shine.
For the record, I'm really glad that you're here.
For the record, don't listen to anyone else.
Don't listen to
Yeah,
what they're
I'm
saying,
really happy
what
that you're
everyone
here.
else is
This
saying.
is when I love to talk to other Midwest people. I'm like, oh yeah, we've all internalized these passive aggressive insults. Okay, conundrum of proving my point that all organized religion was a great big lie. One night, I happened to be out having a few drinks with friends, and guess who shows up to the local pub but Father M?
Hey, they're allowed to drink.
They're allowed to drink, those Catholics.
The sacrament.
That's right. They're drinking blood. Jesus' blood.
But blood.
Blood. We locked eyes. I used a few tricks I had up my sleeve.
Oh,
Don't know what that means.
God.
And the night ended with Father M in my bed, rolling around in my sinful sheets. Holy shit, is this
Father
actually Kindle
M.
smut? Like, it feels like it's gonna be. This is crazy.
passages.
Fucked Father M?
I cannot believe that the story in the second paragraph, they're already fucking Father M. Like, that happens so fast.
Yeah.
I don't
And there's
even
more
care
to
if
the
this is
story.
real.
Like, what else is there to say? Oh my God.
He
Okay.
gave her an STD.
Oh.
Imagine.
Uh-oh.
When it was over, Father M had a panicked look on his face. Yeah, I fucking bet. He gathered up his clothes, and as I watched with a mixture of surprise and suppressed laughter, he proceeded to dress hurriedly. I got up in all my naked glory and leaned against the wall in front of him just to make him more uncomfortable. He made a bunch of apologies and went running into the night, his long black coat flying behind him as it was only half on.
Oh,
wow, regret.
Poor Father M. I wonder if he
it's
was
kind
good.
of sad. Like, he clearly regrets this. I couldn't help but laugh at the picture of him running down the street in the rain whilst trying to wrap his head around the fact that he had, capital S, sinned.
That would be
That's
a big deal.
one. That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks later,
That'll do it.
that'll do it. A few weeks later, he came into my coffee shop, sat me down, and profusely apologized for his behavior and told me they were shipping him out to Washington State. Is that where they go when they've is that out to
Been
pasture?
bad? Out to pasture.
Are they going to time out? Like, I don't know what that means.
I
Washington
mean,
They
State.
just
What
To
a way
this
go.
day, I have no idea where Father M is or what he's doing. But in the meantime, I would say that was some great sex between his heavenly bod and mine.
oh
End of
my
story.
God.
Wow.
So, Christine,
Pre-sex.
how does that connect
Yeah,
to a
right? I'm
time
like, wait a
when
minute.
you slept with a priest?
What did Andrea dig up on me?
Were you a barista?
I was not a barista, but I did go to Catholic school for many, many years. And
That's it.
I've known a lot of priests, and none of them were hot AF, unfortunately.
I think that connection and Father M.
The
Are
M
likely-
actually also really nails it. Yeah, that also feels right.
Gross,
Yeah,
I love
wow.
it.
I mean,
Okay.
I will say I was deeply uncomfortable saying some of those sentences because I was thinking, you could clip this and make it sound like I fucked a priest.
Oh, and we will.
And yeah, you can and you will, and that's part of the plan.
Hear
Yeah.
that, John? That was consent.
Yeah. R.I.P. Christine's marriage.
Oh man.
Just kidding. We would
Imagine
never.
though, imagine Blaze being like, and with a Catholic priest. Of all people. Of
I
all
think
people.
the Catholics really think about forgiveness. So I
Yeah,
think
you
that you
know what?
guys
Yeah.
will be okay.
That's a big thing for them. They like to drink
Mhm.
wine.
Just go say some Hail Marys and all is forgiven.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Easy.
No, there's a lot of guilt in there.
Yeah, we love our guilt. It's like the Jewish folks and the Catholic folks. The guilt is like the big Venn diagram in the middle.
It's, yeah, a shared experience. We
It's
Lutherans don't
And
give
it's
a
a
fuck about
big
anything.
overlap.
I know. I'm so jealous of you guys.
God bless.
Okay, so wait, do I read the next one now too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is so fun. Okay. This one's called Lucy Spooky Little Bitch.
Ooh.
Hi, gals. I'm a huge fan and I'm sending so much love to y'all from Ohio.
Woo!
Again, relatable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing in this very morbid confession on behalf of my dog because she doesn't have thumbs. So how could she be expected to send in her own story?
Okay.
Stop pressuring her, you guys.
Yeah, leave her alone.
My name is Honey and I'm a 1-year-old golden retriever.
Oh my God, it's in first dog.
You
It's
guys.
in first dog.
It feels like this can't be the connection, but one time Alexander did give me a challenge on Beach Too Sandy to read reviews written from the perspective of someone's pet. And it was like the most cringe-worthy, like painful episode because I'd be like, woof,
Incredible.
woof. My name is Rufus and my mommy. Like it was
So then they were real reviews that people
real
left
reviews,
on
yes.
behalf
Oh,
of their
yes,
pets.
big time. And like the negative ones were the craziest because it's like, it gave my tummy an owie. And I was like, it's
Ew.
I hate the
you
internet.
guys, it's untenable, really.
Some
It
stuff
is.
is like terminally
untenable.
cringe. That's like
This
cringe
show is
to death.
unsustainable.
It's unsustainable. I can't live like this anymore. So anyway, now here I am doing it again. Interesting. My name is Honey, and I'm a 1-year-old golden retriever. My owner and I live across the street from a very beautiful and well-maintained cemetery in Ohio. Oh, I also lived on a cemetery in Ohio. So this is starting... How much research is going on in these?
Andrew
You have a
is
golden
creepy.
retriever named Honey.
No.
You've only been like boosting up.
Maybe
Geo,
I was
but
a golden retriever named Honey. It sounds like
past
I'm taking this identity over past life. We often take walks there because we enjoy the peace, and I'm allowed to run off leash because of the seclusion of the park. On our evening walk a few nights ago, I stumbled upon a smell I enjoyed very much, and I simply needed to roll in it.
Oh, no.
God.
I was a few paces ahead of Mom, so I took the liberty of rolling my happy ass in some unidentified liquid at the foot of a tomb. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. My owner cut up
Honey,
to me.
you're disgusting.
This is horrible, Honey. A sweet
I'm
golden
so grossed
retriever.
out. I'm so
Oh,
grossed
God.
out.
Oh my God. Oh my
This
God.
reminds me of those carpet cleaning commercials with the lady that is screaming at her golden retriever for like dragging his ass on the carpet. And you just hear her screaming, Toby!
Toby!
What?
I think I've seen that.
I don't think I've
finding
seen it either.
What? This is iconic.
You don't even need to show us. I feel like
Yeah.
whatever you just did was like exactly. Is it Tony or Toby?
Toby.
Oh. Toby.
Toby's new trick.
Tony.
It's the Stanley Steamer commercial.
Don't take it personally. This makes sense.
You gotta see this!
All right.
Mom!
I know. Big hands.
Hey, Mom, check out Toby's new trick!
Oh my, Toby!
Holy shit. That was like a real, that audition process to find the perfect Toby. Wow, she really nailed it. That felt
Oh
Pants
my.
and this happy dog just,
Like just scooching.
dragging its little ass. Toby! It's so over the top. It's like my favorite commercial of all time.
She's like, I gotta go. We're having a family emergency.
I'm texting this to our group chat so you
Please
have it
do.
for later because it's fucking iconic.
Bath and Body Works needs to take a page out of Stanley Steamer's
Yeah,
book.
seriously.
That's how you market.
That's how you
good
fucking do it, Bath
marketing.
and Body Works. Jesus Christ.
I
Anyway,
love how Lucy turned it into Tony. I like that version too.
Tony.
either one works.
Tony.
Either
Honey.
one works.
Honey.
Honey's just rolling around in body fluids.
Ooh,
Oh my
that's
God.
rough. That is.
Let's see. I was a few paces ahead of Mom, so I took the liberty of rolling my happy ass in some unidentified liquid at the foot of a tomb. My owner caught up to me and gave me a horrified look. I felt like I went from Mom to my owner. It's like she no longer identified as my mom after
she's broken up with you.
she's really separated herself from me.
Then she drops me off at the kennel, and I haven't
And
seen
then
her
I had
since.
a new mom.
I have a new family now.
She squealed, "OMG, honey, no!" As I kept I feel like in that moment you would. I feel like in that moment you would just channel the Stanley Steamer commercial.
Totally.
As I kept rolling around in the liquid, she exclaimed, "No!" As I was indeed rolling in leaking dead body formaldehyde.
Ooh.
Wow. I smashed my
Yum.
face and neck. Oh, you know how they do this, like with their heads?
The
Gio does
rubbing.
that when he finds like
Yeah.
a dead animal. He'll like dive into it almost. It's
Oh
so
my.
nasty because then it gets all over their face. Let's see. I smashed my face and neck into that leaky tomb juice with a smile on my face, ear to ear. I approached my owner and began to rub myself against her leg in apology. And
No.
she gagged in horror. We went
No.
home and I got hosed off in the yard and got a stern talking to. I won't be allowed off leash in the cemetery ever again. The
Good.
end.
My.
Good.
Oh, my.
Wow, that was a lot.
Keep your dags on a leash. There's a lot of reasons to keep your dags on a leash.
I don't even think it ever occurred to me that there would be just like fluids in a cemetery, like loose fluids.
I suppose it could happen,
makes
especially
sense.
if this is
Well,
like
do
one
they
of
know
those
it's not-
tombs.
Do they know it's not rain,
Well,
water?
it sounded like it smelled really bad.
Well, it probably did.
I don't
So I don't know.
I love it.
Regardless, nasty.
Regardless, not great.
A literal
nasty
spooky
stuff.
little bitch.
Yeah, I love that was just for you, Lucy.
Oh, yuck. Oh, God.
boy.
Callie was such a roller. Such a roll. She'd find the foulest fucking
That's
thing to
Gio's
roll in.
same. Yeah. And at the second I see him like do the stance and I'm like, oh, no,
It's happening.
Toby. Like
It's
I know what's
happening.
about to happen. And he just like dives and it's like, oh, it smells so bad. Okay. Myths of motherhood is this next one, which I'm assuming is, because of my
You got one of
Motherhood.
them kids. Lucy's got one of them kids.
offspring. Yeah, I got one of them
My
kids.
spawn.
My spawn, thank you. This isn't scintillating, and it doesn't involve a crime or bodily fluids other than the ones required to make a baby.
Well,
Oh.
Oh, nice. In 2014, at the age of 25, my husband and I welcomed our first son, Henry. We conceived easily, pregnancy was easy, labor was not so easy, but we knew one thing, we could easily make babies. We dreamed of a sibling for our sweet boy and picked out names. We moved into a larger apartment, which is no easy feat in Vancouver, BC. I worked part-time on the weekends once Henry turned 1 and threw myself headfirst into motherhood. Fast forward, baby is 18 months and the sweetest, busiest little guy. We decide to try again for baby number 2. We try and we try and we try. I pee on every stick. We never see 2 lines. Slowly but surely, we start to worry. It had been so easy. What changed? I see my OBGYN and she decides I'm not ovulating properly after running some tests. She tells me to lose weight and prescribes me medication to make me ovulate. 3 months and 1 chemical pregnancy later, we decided to see a fertility specialist. My husband and I are both thoroughly checked over. I'm diagnosed with PCOS. This literally, this is what happened to me. I was diagnosed with PCOS and had to, I'm like, man, whoever's doing this research, I feel like I need to hire for some other alternate projects. You said Andrea's doing this?
Yeah.
I'm like, this
talented.
is uncanny, really.
She's terrifying. We love
She's
her.
been
I'm
stalking
scared.
you for
I'm like-
years.
A little scared. Oh my Lord. Okay. Yeah, it feels like it. I'm diagnosed with PCOS, my husband with low sperm motility. We're told we will need IVF to conceive again, but there is a catch, a horrible catch called BMI.
Fucking BMI.
Fucking
is
BMI, first
It's
of all.
not
racist
real.
bullshit.
Not real. It's
Mhm.
whatever. Well, we
Yep.
all agree.
Yep.
3 months and okay. Throwing it back to one of my tall lady idols, Julia Childs. I'm just too tall at 6'1" and with the frame of a, a Viking shield maiden.
I love her.
By the way, that's who should be procreating. Like, let's get some more Viking
Seriously.
women on this earth, okay?
Seriously.
Tall,
Come on.
broad.
Just strong, ready to fight the battles, you know?
Straight up.
What's that? Oh, she's like really famous now. The U.S. women's rugby team captain,
yeah.
like
Oh.
Elena.
Yeah,
What's
I forgot
name?
her name. I forget her
Alana.
name.
She's so fucking cool.
It's just like there's a power to it, you know?
I think she was on I think she was in Sports Illustrated, or some magazine, but she's wearing like really like sexy stuff, and her body is just like
Incredible.
amazing,
Like athletic.
yeah,
slamming.
just big. She's just strong, and she owns it, and I love it.
She could just like pick me up with one hand.
Please
Anyway, I'll think
pick
about that
me
later. Anyway, so I'm 6'1" and with the frame of a Viking shield maiden. I was told I'm morbidly obese, okay, and need to lose 35 pounds to be considered for IVF. That may not sound like a lot. No, it does.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But for someone who struggled with body image issues as well as binging and restricting their whole life, it was a huge blow to my mental health. Yeah, I
Yup.
mean, ugh. 2 months later, after severely destroying my mental health and restricting my eating, I had lost the weight. We start the IVF cycle, and I'm lucky enough to get pregnant on the first go. My confession, I felt nothing. No joy, no elation, absolutely nothing. I walked through my life for the next few months feeling like I was watching a movie of some random woman. I didn't recognize myself. I didn't feel joy. I knew I loved my son fiercely, and my world revolved around him in those hazy, out-of-body months. My life had been so mentally and physically drained by the process of getting pregnant that I just had nothing left. I was so focused on getting pregnant, and now I was, so why wasn't I happy? When we had our first ultrasound, nothing. When I first felt the baby kick, nothing. My husband was so excited, and I learned how to fake the reactions people wanted/expected from me. I was numb.
Oh,
I know
is
this
heartbreaking.
yeah, it is. And like, I mean, I get it. And I remember like
get it.
Googling, like when I was pregnant too, I had the same feelings because I was like, I don't want to get attached in case something goes wrong,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And I
Yeah.
remember Googling like, how to be happier. Like, I was like, is this normal? But
Well, and I
apparently-
have to imagine there's got to be this person has to be dealing with some resentment for like what they've had to put their body through
to force
create
yourself
this life.
into that mold. Yeah.
And that's fair. Like that's normal and fair. And everyone in the fucking world is telling you that you should be experiencing all this joy and excitement.
Right,
And then you
there's that
feel fucking
pressure.
worse because you don't.
And then then the shame is like, oh, well, now I don't feel like
You're just in a
there's
cycle.
that shame of I should feel happier and excited. Yeah,
Especially
totally.
if you already have a kid, so you've already kind of gone through that first one that's like, those are all, a lot of emotions.
And it's like new.
Yeah, although I went through IVF too, and just like all that, all the needles, all the medicine, all the calendars, you're like
It's gonna
counting
take a lot
days.
of the joy out of it.
It
Yes,
does take a
exactly.
lot. It's a lot of like science and practicality
fear.
and timing.
Strategy.
And then, like Christine said, if something goes wrong, you don't want to be so devastated. Like I remember being nervous when we painted the nursery.
Yes, same. I pushed everything to like the last minute. I was like, same thing. I was like, I just don't feel excited, overjoyed.
Yeah. I don't think that this is an uncommon thing.
I don't think so either.
Which makes me so glad that Andrea pulled this confession. 'cause
Agreed. I feel like it's very
people should
relatable.
talk about this shit.
Yeah, I totally agree.
There's nothing wrong with you.
No.
Yeah, no, not at all. And it's honestly very relatable, and it does not make you a bad parent.
Nope.
I know this might not sound like a confession, but for a mother, it is. Society expects us to act a certain way and have certain responses to wanted pregnancies. This baby was so wanted. We moved financial mountains, and I endured the extremely invasive and uncomfortable IVF process, all while being the primary caregiver for a toddler. Oh my God.
Oh.
No worry. No wonder you were disassociating from it. I'd be like,
my
up
God.
here too.
I
Like,
would
oh,
I
lot
would
going
disassociate
on.
and compartmentalize so hard.
yeah.
This
I
is an
dissociate not
unimaginable-
being pregnant and watching a toddler. Like, I don't
You
know.
need a lot of space to feel like joy
Yes.
like that.
Yes,
And
agreed.
She's not
Agreed.
doesn't have a lot of space right
Especially when
now.
everyone's pushing in on you, like, aren't you happy? Yeah. Eventually, I told my midwife, and thank goodness for her, she referred me to a reproductive mental health center. They have changed my life and helped me be the mother I want to be. Baby Charlie was born in 2018 surrounded by love. He is a tiny mini-me with big brown eyes and red hair. That's so sweet. He's a cheeky 3-year-old now and keeps us all on our toes, especially his big brother. He is our wild child. The moral of my confession is normalize mental health struggles for pregnant folks. Give folks going through infertility the resources and support they need when they come out the other side of an often traumatic medical process. And normalize mothers and all parents still being good parents when their mental health is wavering. I was worried if I confessed my struggles, I'd be labeled a bad mother and not worthy of my children. The narrative of mothers being superheroes, though it's true, we are. That's what it says, and it's also true on my account, needs to shift. A high five when you're drowning in quicksand doesn't do shit. Support the mothers around you and those struggling to become mothers. Hold space for all emotions and normalize mothers and all parents being able to vent openly about their struggles without stigma.
Hell
The
yeah.
end.
Wow.
That's very powerful. I love that.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's so I was just talking to Lucy about this like a week ago that not a small part of my choice not to have children. Obviously, my medical circumstances like really do limit my capacity to have kids. And I had never really had a strong desire to be a mother. So it wasn't like a challenging choice for me to make.
Right.
But the amount of love for this thing that is outside of you
Yeah.
and the things that can happen
It's terrifying.
when that thing is inside and outside of you, and the potential of loss and illness and accident and I'm
And the responsibility, like, oh, and I'm the one who needs to make sure nothing happens.
it's
Yeah.
too much for me. It's too
It's a
scary.
lot.
I
And when they do get hurt, it
Ugh.
breaks your heart.
I
Yeah.
can't. I can't. I am already a fucking emotional lunatic mess on any given day. I look at my cat and I
was gonna
burst
say-
into tears because I love her so much.
I used to just cry about my dog, just about like I love my dog and I knew someday he will die, and I would just sit there and sob about it.
That's
and I
so
was like, how am I
valid.
ever gonna have a child?
Oh
I
my
just have
God.
so much respect for
You
people who can take the risk to love
compartmentalize.
something so much to not only put your body and your health and your life at risk just to bring them into the world, but then to be responsible for them. And
Oy.
beyond the 18 years, I mean, you have that love forever.
Right. It's a big
Ugh.
commitment.
No.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Good
I don't
luck,
blame you.
ladies.
And if
Yeah, I
I
was gonna say
think-
I don't blame you, Amanda. Don't blame you one bit.
can't think
my
about it too
selfish
hard.
ass will be over here.
It's not
chilling.
selfish.
You're a great, great auntie, and you have
I
a
love
lot
being an
of
auntie.
really cute babies and kids around you.
I love
so.
how
I do,
Lucy
and I'd
just called
take a-
you super old because you said a great auntie.
I'm a great
great,
auntie.
great,
You're 95
great,
years
great
old.
auntie.
And I would truly take a bullet for any of those children, but still, it's
Aw.
like to be willing to take that bullet every fucking day from the moment your eyes open until the moment you pass out at night. It's too much.
No,
I can't
100%.
handle it.
Most of my friends, I don't think plan to have kids, and I feel like a lot, like at least close friends from childhood, and I feel like the ones who are most staunchly like, I don't think so, are the most like emotionally vulnerable and like, what do you call it? Introspective people. And I'm like, oh, okay, they really like.
I know myself enough.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So I think that's a power move in and of itself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel
Yep.
seen. All right. Well, those are our main feed confessions. And if you want to experience Christine's bonus confession, you can join us over on our Patreon.
It'll be exciting because it looks like it has a beach too sandy twist, whatever that means.
So head on over to Patreon to check that out. All right, Christine, go ahead.
All right, we've got the Patreon bonus confession. This one is called Beach Too Sandy, which makes me sweat a little.
Nervous.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but let's find out. For a little bit of backstory, I'm a military spouse living abroad in South Korea for the past year, getting ready to move to Japan for the next 3 years. Wow.
Wow, what a life.
Wow.
What a life. My husband and I had a goal to visit every Korean League baseball stadium in a single season.
Cute. I love that.
I love that. It's so unique, and I would never have even thought that was a bucket list, but I love that.
I think South Korea, I had a friend who lived in South Korea for a hot minute, and baseball is like a big deal there.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd heard that as well. Yeah, I bet that would be really cool to even go to one, let alone all of them. We were in Busan, the East Coast beach area of Korea, in the summer of 2022 to see a baseball game and to relax for a day or two at the beach. We decided to go to a fish market for lunch where you basically pick live fish out of a warehouse-sized fish market to be cooked up for lunch.
Oh, I want
Yum.
to pick it out while it's alive.
Yeah,
I
it's kinda-
do. That's so fresh.
And is like, this one looks juicy.
It's fishing. You catch your fish, you cook it.
It's fishing, except you just like point at it.
It's fishing
Yeah,
without
it's
having to do the
too-
boring part of fishing.
You have to look it in the eyes
fine.
and select it.
And
I'm fine
tell
with
it,
that.
Be like,
tell it, I'm gonna eat you.
I'm going to eat you in
I'll pick my
20
lobster out of a
minutes.
tank. I'll pick my
Ooh.
fish out of a tank. I'll pick my
Yeah.
shrimp out of a stolen Costco
I was
truck.
gonna say, so you're not on board with the whole
I
heist.
am
You are
the
okay.
beef
Okay.
bandit.
You are.
I am the one who
I am the
steals
one
the
who
shrimp.
knocks.
Wait, do you guys remember that show where it was like you have to guess who? Like they would all stand up, like they would all pretend to be somebody. Like they'd be like, "I climbed Mount Everest," and then the next goes, "I climbed Mount Everest." No, I climbed Mount Everest, and
You have
then
to
the
guess who's
judges
telling
have
the
to like
truth.
ask questions. And there's a new version with Joel McHale, and they have to like ask questions, and then at the end they vote like who they think is the real one. I feel like that could be like, I'm the beef bandit. No, I'm the
that
I
would
think
be
that's
funny.
how you should have to pick your fish.
yeah. Also that I
I'm
feel
the
like,
tastiest pit.
No,
pick
it's
of fish.
Oh boy. Okay. We decided to go. The market itself can be very jarring and off-putting to your average tourist. Me and Lucy, not Amanda, though. And it says, parentheses, please Google penis fish. So, Amanda,
On it.
that's on you.
Done.
On it.
Penis
Yes, use my
fish.
current location. Penis fish near me. Oh,
Yeah, no
no.
VPN needed.
Oh, we've seen these. I did a GAC headline where a bunch of these had washed up onto
No.
thousands of penis fish had washed up. I'll put some on the
Oh,
drive.
and the fact that it's called a Eurychus unicinctus also sounds.
They
Oh, no.
straight up look like dicks.
Oh,
They're going-
but,
they're
like,
going on that folder for
disembodied,
ya.
like
Just
flaccid
loose.
ones.
Loose dongs.
They're like hot dog.
They're like casing hot
shaped
dogs
and
like,
size.
lumpy.
No, they're
are
bigger than hot
not
dogs.
circumcised, and they have a full-blown tip and balls.
They have
This
a
is
he-
so
they have a
nasty.
head. There's a hole on the end. Stop.
I'm always amazed when people like hundreds of years ago looked at that and went, yum, let's
Yum.
eat it.
Yeah.
What? Who thought this was a good idea?
And like how like a beaver anal secretion is in like most fragrances. Who the fuck smelled that first and was like,
Yum, vanilla.
They're like, this makes sense. This
Must.
makes sense. We're going to put it in our clandle.
Clandle.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know that candle's full of beaver butthole.
It's got to be. I hope it is. You know what I mean?
That's 100% beaver pussy.
I hope whoever buys that on eBay gets an extra dose of
you
beaver
fucking
butthole.
douche.
This is disgusting. I'm putting a picture on the drive.
Oh, I already
I'm
dropped
actually deeply upset by the
multiples.
penis fish. I don't know why. It's just like something about it.
Why is there a hole on the end? It's like it's
It's
trying.
gotta eat and breathe.
It's trying to look
called-
like a dick.
It's called the fat innkeeper worm also.
Gross.
So it's not even a fish. It's like a sea worm.
Why would you eat that? Okay,
Well,
I'm sending
you
It's
know,
called
I
the
think-
Father M fish. And
I'm sending another picture to the group that I just found in an article because it's really not cute. All
You
of them
know,
in a bucket.
I think 99.9%. I love how our chat now is the Toby ass dragging dog and a
ass on-
bucket full of dick fish.
they're dirty too.
They're filthy.
They're really gross.
I think we saw animals using these as like mammals specifically using these as food sources and went,
Yeah.
okay, if that fucking beaver can eat that or otter or whatever the fuck that thing is.
It probably tastes good too. I mean, honestly, like you cut that up, you fry it. Nobody knows.
Fucking fry anything in some butter.
Exactly.
And I'm game.
Exactly. And also, I'm like such a hypocrite. It's like I'm sure the shit I eat is not any better than in its original form. It's not any more appetizing. So I'll stop judging. But woofa doofa. Okay. Off-putting to your average tourist. Please Google penis fish. Well, we did that. But as it turns out, it would be a common pepper that would be my undoing.
This sounds like me.
Yeah. You'd be like, I
I-
pick all my fish. but
I
the
love
peppers, really.
spice. I do not respond well.
Interesting. That's
Your
quite
heart
a-
loves it.
Talk about a conundrum. Yeah.
Yeah, my tongue's down, my booty hole, not so much.
It gets not happy. Per Korean culinary standards, you're served a variety of side dishes that are included with your meal. Oh, by the way, I lived in Korea. Oh, maybe that's part of the connection. I don't know.
There
I
you
lived
go.
in Koreatown with my brother for a while, and the food. Oh, I miss it.
So good. I
Every
have
day.
friends in LA who live in Koreatown, and we love visiting them. The food's
The
so
food.
good. Did you go to the Wee Spa?
Oh, yes.
It's my
absolutely.
favorite spot in LA. Just
Get
naked
exfoliated.
as shit. Yes, you get a buff.
Everyone's
Girl.
naked. It's quite a time.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to go there.
We'll go.
Yeah, I was
you can be
also-
naked with me.
Not because of the nudity, because I feel like there's just like old bubbies who are going to beat me up.
Yeah, they are.
Well, you don't
Yeah,
have to
I
get
don't
the
like that.
services. You can just use the
That's
hot
true. You
and
can
cold
just use the
tubs.
little
Oh.
pool or
and
whatever.
the
yeah.
saunas. They have these really cool saunas that you're not naked in,
Man.
but they're fucking amazing because the saunas are on like the blended floor. The naked areas are,
Are like
are gender
Binary.
segregated, which
Right.
is unfortunate in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's
my brother and his ex went and they didn't realize it was separated. And so he's like, I don't really want to go. I'm like really anxious about this. I don't really, but she's like, please, like I got this Groupon or something and brought him. And then they walked in and they were like, okay, take your clothes off and you go there and you go there. And my brother was like, wait, what? So then he's like, so I spent all day just by myself with all these
dudes.
old dudes naked. That was his
nude.
special date.
Just balls,
Just balls to the walls.
everywhere.
I love it.
Yeah. Penis fish all over the place.
Oh, yuck, yuck, yuck,
I picked
yuck.
my favorite penis
The old
fish from the tank.
innkeepers
The
everywhere.
old innkeeper worm. Okay, sorry. So yes, Korean food choice,
So good.
delicious. Usually you scoop up various pickled veggies, sprouts, and sauces onto a leaf lettuce with your protein of choice. I noticed a very juicy looking green pepper. I, for whatever reason, thought it would be smart to take a huge bite out of this long green, extremely spicy pepper. Immediately, I grabbed the shared table jug of water to try and subdue this absolute fireball of heat that was currently trying to take me down.
Oof.
It took me a good 10 minutes to feel somewhat normal, and still the heat lingered on.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to several hours later when my husband and I were out on the town. We went to several beach bars before deciding to play in the sand in the dark while wielding some sparklers and Roman candles.
Cute. What a
After
good
a
day.
couple bars.
Till you shit your pants.
What happens next?
Mm-hmm.
The beach was semi-lit, but closer to the water afforded a lot of darkness. Out of nowhere, the aforementioned pepper made its revenge.
No.
I had a sudden urge to emergency shit like I had never had before. None of the businesses on the boardwalk had easily accessible bathrooms. Many Korean businesses will share one outside bathroom location that will most likely require a key code or an actual key for entry. In this moment, I knew I had about 10 seconds to make a decision. Oh no.
Get in the water, girl.
I happened to have on a black tennis skirt. Okay, well, that's good. That had tight bike shorts on the inside. So in this moment, my drunk and on fire brain rationalized that I'd be okay to go to the bathroom in the ocean. I ran to the water's edge, did my lava business, splashed around.
This is very similar to one of Zandy's confessions.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yup.
Except there was like a hot German guy involved. Or
Oh,
something.
interesting.
And it was in like
Okay.
a canal or a river.
Yeah.
Somehow worse, I think. I don't know. At least
all
you're
bad.
At least you're already
All
married to
bad.
this one. You can't really go very far.
Yeah.
Let's-
They ended up getting married
Oh, okay.
in the other
well,
confession.
Thank
Sorry,
God.
I'm
That's
just-
kind of a love
it's
story.
all coming
Yeah.
back to me.
It's all coming back to me now. Oh boy. Splashed around and came back to the sand to meet my husband. Gradually, we decided we were ready to turn in for the night and go back to our waterfront hotel. It was at this point that I realized how painful it was to walk. My tight spandex shorts had trapped the liquid lava inside to the point that it literally blistered my thighs.
Oh my
You had
God.
acidic diarrhea.
That's
Ow.
crazy.
It's ew and it's ow.
Imagine what that did to the inside of your
That's
body.
what I was just thinking. Like, think about sitting in there.
I can't.
Oh,
Oh my God, if it can blister your skin, like, yikes.
yikes and a half.
Whoa.
Mm.
I don't know how anyone can eat that. Like,
Get
it's,
checked for an ulcer, my friend.
yeah, for real. That thing could have burned through you. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Ooh. I barely made it back to the hotel after a very dramatic and slow drag through the sand back to the hotel. We had to check out the next morning, and I can attest I've never had a more painful journey than the 3-hour train ride home to our sadly not beachfront apartment in the city.
Oh God.
I limped around for a solid week after this. Jesus,
Good Lord.
this pepper will not quit. I limped around for a solid week after this, even at work, trying not to aggravate the angry red blisters that popped up from my butt to all the way above my knee. The exact length of my bike shorts.
no.
Oh my God.
It's like the bike shorts were like lined with it. Oh, God.
Oh no.
Toby!
Oh my God, wait, guess what they tried to do? I tried to use the bandages people use on open zits that
No.
suck out all the yuckiness, but
No.
it couldn't be helped with anything but time. Oh my God.
Oh, my
Oh,
stomach
my.
is roiling.
Gonna say, wow, full circle. We're all gonna end up in the bathroom again. I hope you enjoy the story of the worst travel mistake I've ever made. Don't eat the peppers. Consider the down, especially like one bite.
Or
It's not
take,
like they
like-
had a whole meal.
Yeah.
Take a tiny nibble
Just like,
to test.
yeah, or make someone
Not-
else taste it first.
Yeah.
So
That's
especially when you're in Asia, a lot
Yeah.
of those peppers, you think you know what they look like, but they
Right.
don't look like
No,
that
and
in
you know
all
that level of
regions.
spice is like a routine part of their diet.
Right,
We're not
exactly.
used to it.
We're not
Mhm.
used to.
You
my
gotta
poor
take your
little
time.
my fragile intestines can't handle it.
No.
Let's see. Don't eat the peppers. Consider the downside to spandex under your outfits. But more importantly, don't stop traveling and experiencing new things. You never know when you'll have a new
Aw.
best travel story. Okay, see, that's the attitude I love. It's
I like that.
You know what? Just
I burned my ass and thighs.
And now it's a great story.
And now
I
we're
tell it at
celebrating our
every dinner
50th
party.
wedding anniversary.
yeah. Over appetizers, I tell everyone about the blisters that erupted out of my ass.
Oh my God.
Poor thing. That's really rough. Like that feels unfair that you took one bite and you had such ramifications from it.
You
I
can't
hated that.
anticipate that.
How could you?
No, it was out of left field.
R.I.P. that flesh.
You really
Yeah.
got to check on those intestines though. Check on those ulcers just in case.
Yeah.
Very well done, Christine.
Very well done.
thank you.
Beautifully,
Listen.
beautifully read.
Mhm.
I was merely the channel, that
You were the
these-
conduit.
I was the conduit through which these beautiful sagas were told.
Well, you fucking nailed it. Let's fucking do this. Welcome back, Lucy. I know that while you were in the Berkshires, we got bombarded with stuff for Coroner Corner. It was wild. So I'm curious to see if you included any of that.
Well, I was in the Berkshires. Okay, so full transparency, I haven't gone through all of the ones that came in when I was
Okay, so that
away.
might be, some of them might be for next GAC.
I have a sneaking suspicion that most of those were for the obituary I'm about to read.
Yeah, it was definitely an obit.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Because
all right.
I'm going to start with a story that my sister-in-law alerted me to last night. And
Last night.
I went on Twitter
Breaking news.
or TikTok. Bitch, you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do. Does
Okay.
it rhyme with Blart? Paul
Sure
Blart?
does.
No.
Sure
Okay.
does. Okay, so
Fuck.
I was unaware of this, but then I went down a goddamn rabbit hole. And this just happened like a week and a half ago as we're recording this. So we don't have a lot of details yet. Hopefully, you, listener, by the time this airs,
We have more answers.
we have more answers because it's fucked up. And there are a lot of conspiracy theories on TikTok. So let's get into it. This is an article from the Washington Post because I haven't unsubscribed yet.
Oh, LOL. Yeah. Same.
God.
It's on the
Police.
to-do list.
I didn't realize that Jeff Bezos owned the Washington Post.
It's like one of those things that I knew in the back of my mind, but then when I read it, I was like, oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, we don't need that. Okay. Police in Eastern Canada are investigating after a 19-year-old woman was found dead inside a large walk-in oven. Why that exists? Like, I get a walk-in freezer.
They
But
have
when-
them in a lot of like Walmarts with groceries
Yeah.
have a bakery section. You put the trays.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It
So they can
makes
make a bunch
sense.
of bread and but it's
when,
scary.
When Amber first told me this, I was like,
Why?
what fucking regulation red tape prevented this from
Yes.
like existing? But yeah, when you have those big racks of bread,
Yeah. Okay.
like an industrial scale bakery,
That's
like
intense.
a Walmart bakery,
It's not necessarily meant for you to walk into it. It's just large enough that a
To
human
hold-
being
to
could walk
put
into
the
it.
big racks. in.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
tall.
But they keep
Gotcha.
referring to it as a walk-in oven, and I'm just like,
yeah, that walk-in oven. Yeah.
mhm. But it's a large of. It's not the size of a walk-in cooler.
Okay.
It's maybe like the ceiling's shorter. Like Amanda said, it's not. You're not supposed to actually walk into
It's not like
it.
meant to be like in there for a while, right?
But it's a big ass oven.
Okay.
So this happened in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Never trust a
God.
Canadian.
No. So the woman, an employee at the store who in this article was not publicly identified by police, we do have her name now, we'll get to it, was discovered inside the bakery department's oven on Saturday, October 19th, after police responded to a call around 9:30 p.m. local time. The exact cause of her death is still unknown. Still, as of today, Halloween, they have not released
Are you
her cause of
serious?
death.
Oh God.
What the
So we
fuck?
still don't know if maybe she was put in there
Right.
after an untoward event
hmm
or if she got trapped in
Trapped
there.
in there.
But she was cooked. She was burnt up.
Whoa.
Oh my fucking God.
At
At a Walmart?
a Walmart. Oh, it
Holy
gets
shit.
worse. Had you not heard about this, Christine?
No, I'm like totally
Okay.
new to this story.
I intentionally avoided this under the suspicion that you were going to cover it. So
Yeah.
I'm getting all this
I
information
got you back.
Other than like the headline.
So the Halifax Regional Police also said the investigation, quote, is complex and involves several partner agencies and may take a significant amount of time to actually release some sort of
Right.
facts.
That makes me think it's a murder situation. Like they're investigating it as foul play.
Well, we don't know what they're investigating it as, but because I think the body was so
Damage.
fucked that it might take a little while to
Well, and you also like thinking about where it happened. Like Walmart for sure has the, money and power to be like, oh, we want to keep this quiet. I mean, I'm sure they don't want this getting out either. So I'm sure there's a lot of like,
Too late.
This
bureaucracy.
Walmart, I probably smelled too. Okay, so this Walmart is closed until further notice. I believe it is currently still closed. And then 2 days after that Washington Post article, Fortune published this article. The 19-year-old Walmart employee who was found dead inside a Canada Store bakery's walk-in oven has been identified as Gursimran Kaur, according to a GoFundMe page created by a member of the Maritime Sikh Society in Halifax. So Gursimran was really involved with her faith and the Sikh community. She and her mother had emigrated from India. Well, I'll just keep reading this article. Kaur's body was discovered October 19th at the Walmart, blah, blah, blah. The woman who was an employee of the store was located in the large walk-in oven belonging to the bakery department. It's important to note that the investigation has not yet reached a point where the cause and manner of death have been totally confirmed.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, if her remains were so damaged, it could take a while to figure out what the legitimate cause of death
right. I mean, hopefully they can figure it out.
I hope so too, because this family fucking deserves answers to what the fuck happened here.
So the worst part, in my opinion, is that Kaur's mother also worked at the Walmart, and she was the one who found her daughter in the oven.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
So she kept calling her for like over an hour, could not reach her daughter over the phone. That was very unlike her. She couldn't find her in the store. So,
oh, shit.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Her GoFundMe page says, quote, mother started panicking as it was unusual for her to switch her phone off during the day. She reached out to the on-site admin for help. As you all know now, her charred remains were found inside the walk-in oven in the bakery after a few hours. They were looking for her for a few hours.
That moment when you're like, oh, there's one place we haven't checked, and it's like the worst place. Oh my God, I can't even think about it.
So they had both worked at this location for 2 years. They had emigrated from India to Canada 2 or 3 years ago. Kaur's father and brother are still in India, and the Sikh Society is working to bring them to Halifax as soon as possible.
That's good. So she's alone right now as far as like immediate family. That's
oh my God.
Terrible.
I'm confident that she has family with her now because this was published like a week ago.
Okay. That's
and it
good.
said the online fundraiser has brought in over $140,000 in 2 days.
Good. She needs that support.
So someone commented, quote, no one should ever die at work and no one should ever see their child in that state.
Certainly not.
Yeah. So the Walmart's closed. The Maritime Sikh Society is helping the local Sikh community grieve the loss. And Walmart also offered like counseling services to their employees. They don't know what happened. So when I went down the TikTok rabbit hole, there are a whole bunch of Walmart employees showing their bakery ovens and how difficult it is to close the door if you were already inside it.
I was wondering that.
They were saying like, you can't turn it on
from the inside.
You can't. It would be really difficult / impossible to close it on yourself. And it's hard enough to open and close it even from the outside. Like the 3 creators whose videos I watched were all female, like kind of smaller frame, but they were like, you have to like really jerk it open.
It really makes me think that
fishy.
Somebody hurt her.
It
put her in
shady.
there to destroy evidence.
Yeah.
We don't know at this point. So that is horrifically disturbing.
Either way, horrific.
Oh my God, this fucking poor family. I can't even imagine.
No.
It's just so, I mean, like every death, every loss, especially when they're young, is unimaginably awful and painful. But when the circumstances turn this dark and grief is hard fucking enough as it is.
Exactly.
This
This
kind of
is just
trauma.
next level. Yeah.
This is just like an explosion in your face. Like
I just don't know how.
I don't know
Yeah.
how people
Like
survive
it's shocking
this kind
enough
of
Yeah.
to us to listen to. I mean, I can't imagine having it happen
Living
to your
it.
family. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of really disturbing details online that I don't want to get into. But
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
again, hopefully by the time this airs, we have some more answers because as of today, this is the most that we know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't fucking know if people in this area even really listen to this show, but like, I feel like this is a situation where someone fucking knows something. So don't withhold information so that this family can get some fucking peace. Because it,
Like
Yeah.
for her to die accidentally in this way, even if she for some reason intended to do this, it doesn't seem like she would have been able to.
Yeah, it's the turning it on from the outside that's so bizarre to me also. Like,
There's some pictures in that folder if you want to see
Okay.
some pictures of the oven. You can see how
Yeah, I'm
big it
curious.
is and like the different like handles.
interesting. Oh, it's so sad.
Anyway, so that's that. And that is
Thanks, Lucy. That was
definitely
great.
the worst part of my segment.
Okay.
Good.
the bar
Because-
is high.
Now I have a story of the exact opposite of that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what is the exact. Okay.
Tell me what you think the exact opposite of that story might be.
Somebody was born inside a freezer.
Yeah, something with a freezer.
Somebody gave birth in a freezer? I don't know.
Well, there's a parent-child dynamic here as well, and a freezer.
All right.
A man in Arizona told detectives he put his deceased father's body in a freezer and moved it around the state for 4 years,
What?
all to keep a roof over his head.
Oh, was he stealing like his social security checks or some shit?
It had to do with the house, the deed of the house, and the social security
I
check.
see.
Always. Fucking always. We see stories like this all the time.
Yes.
Mhm.
It
Just-
shouldn't be so easy to just stash a dead relative and cash their social security check.
I'm so stupid. I thought you meant like a roof over the dad's head, like in the freezer. And I was like, oh, that's thoughtful. Okay, I get it now.
Apart from the freezer itself, there was no roof over Dad's head.
Gotcha.
We'll
Okay,
get to
gotcha. Woof.
Joseph Hill was arrested last week on multiple charges, including concealing a body in his backyard. And
Freezer was just in the yard?
it was
That's-
not plugged in.
Come on.
We'll get to
No. I'm going to fucking puke.
Okay. Yeah, that defeats the whole point of
Yeah.
a freezer, but
it.
sure, I guess
Sure
we knew that.
does. Sure
Joseph,
fucking
Toby!
does. Toby! And also failing to report the death of someone not under the care of a healthcare provider. Okay, a bond of 25 grand was set for his release. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 4th, so that will have happened by the time this airs. I can't wait. According to court documents obtained by CNN, Tempe police received an online tip on October 22nd alleging the 51-year-old Arizona native was keeping his dead father.
Wait. It was an unplugged freezer outside in Arizona?
In the desert.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go.
It's really rough. It's
Thank you
really
so
rough.
much for having me today. I'm fucking done.
It's been real.
Also, I read this as a period. It's definitely a comma. So he was keeping his dead father, Joseph Hill Sr., in a freezer in the backyard of his residence.
Woof,
The,
woof, woof.
the tip described the freezer to be covered in a tarp and blankets.
Like to what? To
To conceal
make
it, I would imagine.
cozier? Yeah, I guess cover it up.
And the tarp could maybe help
The
the
smell.
layer of the tarp and the
Yeah.
blanket.
That's-
I'm gagging. I can't.
That's whoever had to lift that first blanket. Oof.
We'll get
Oh, we'll get there. Great.
We'll get to it. Police visited Hill at his home that same day because they were like, we should probably fucking address this.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe didn't let him inspect the freezer because they just swung by and they were like,
didn't
hey,
have a
can we like
warrant
check
or-
out your yard? And he was like, nope.
Nope.
So then they filed like a thing, but that was the probable cause statement that was stated because he was like, no, you can't look at this freezer. The defendant claimed his father passed away in Oregon 4 years ago. He's in Oregon. Detectives on the case attempted to verify the father's record of death, but were unable to do so. They instead found records showing that the father was still the owner of the home and that he was collecting Social Security benefits up until March of 2023.
Y'all, this shit never fucking is sustainable long term.
No.
You might get away with it for a few years if you're lucky, but
It'll catch up to you. It has to.
give it up.
So the cops went away, got a search warrant from a judge, came back a couple days later. Upon explaining the terms of the warrant, so once it was explained to him that they can indeed go look at whatever the fuck they want, it says Hill's, quote, demeanor began to change.
You don't say.
Yeah, I bet.
And he revealed that there, quote, would be something in the freezer. Yeah, we know, my dear.
Yeah, we kind of guessed that, friend.
Bye.
So,
Oh my God.
after being read his Miranda rights, Hill told police his father passed away at that residence 4 years ago. The next day, he said he bought a freezer with the intention of eventually burying his father in a plot of land he purchased in Strawberry, Arizona. So the freezer was just a temporary thing.
Holding box.
Yeah.
Hill told police he didn't want to report his dad's death because he was not on the deed of the Tempe home and was afraid to just lose his house. So he didn't report the death. Over the past 4 years,
Oh my God.
Hill said he intermittently lost power in both his Strawberry home and the Tempe residence due to fires, causing him to move the freezer around.
No.
Imagine being like, hey, on like Nextdoor or Facebook, like your local neighborhood thing, and being
Can
like,
anyone
have
have a generator?
Yeah. Like, oh, do you have like important like medical stuff you need? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my insulin.
100%.
I have a deep freezer full of insulin.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
look
yeah,
inside
yeah,
of it.
yeah. But just don't check.
But also,
about
like, will you help me move it?
Yeah, it's really heavy. Really heavy.
It's really heavy.
It smells a little funky, but that's just
But insulin does smell bad.
that's what insulin smells like. Don't worry about it.
I mean, insulin smells like Band-Aids, like insanely intense
Really?
Band-Aid smell. Yes.
Really
it's really
chemically.
gross.
Very specific smell, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I've gotten it on my tongue before, and it sucks.
Ew.
Yeah, it was like I was using insulin pens, and you have to prep the needle of the pen, and then there's like a little dot of insulin on the end, and I like shook the dot off, and it was like slow motion. I was like, I never fucking closed my goddamn mouth. That's my own fucking problem. I like saw it come at me like in slow motion, and
It
I
just,
was
like,
like,
flew into your-
no. Yeah, I had to drink a lot of Diet Coke to
You have
flush
to get
that out.
Something.
You gotta
Anything.
scrub that off, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
gross. Anyway, back to this.
I'm just going to eat this toothpaste.
Yeah, we just eat this
tube.
this clandle, this really smelly
Clandle.
Bath and Body Works clandle.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Okay, I love this part. Okay, so he's moving the freezer around to these two different residences because they keep losing power.
Right.
On several occasions, Hill also attempted to bury the freezer in the desert, but he claimed that there were, quote, always people out there.
Won't they go away? Don't they see I'm trying to bury my dead father?
Maybe go further into the desert.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
man.
I call bullshit. There's a lot of desert out there, guy.
You're in Arizona. It's kind of desolate in like a lot of it.
The only place where you could find a big chunk of desert with no people in it.
man is an idiot.
Yeah. So the freezer had been in his backyard without power for roughly 4 to 6 months.
No.
Detectives removed layers of tarp, blankets, saran wrap.
Christine
And-
and I are both ready to take our headphones off.
I'm like,
we're
bye.
like prepped. Like,
The saran wrap makes it somehow so contained.
so he wrapped the freezer on the outside, put the tarp over it and the blanket over that.
What
He
in
wrapped
the
it with
world?
saran wrap and duct tape and then the blankets and then tarp.
This is so disturbing.
Okay, so they found human skeletal remains in the freezer as well as, quote, an extensive amount of biological matter.
Sludge.
All the juice, all the sludge.
Okay.
Don't tell Honey the 1-year-old golden retriever.
Oh,
She
Honey
loves
would
that
be
shit.
all over this.
She
My face
loves-
open, honey.
The dog probably went to the backyard and was like, he's got something cool in that filter. I can smell it from
Honey
here.
was the tipster.
Honey probably
Let me
did,
at it.
tip him off.
Oh my
Yikes.
I'm trying not to throw up.
So they have yet to release an autopsy report that would determine this cause of death. Again, we do not know what
What
the
in
actual
the
cause of death
world?
was. Isn't that weird that it is like the polar opposite of that?
Yes.
This is definitely one of those situations, though, where I fully believe the father died of old age, natural
Yeah.
causes.
Something.
The son stashed him because, like, if he's keeping him to keep his house and to keep his social security
Right.
checks, that's not really motive for murder. He had
No.
a good situation living with his dad in the first place.
Yeah.
Then he doesn't want to lose. This is like
And it's
a
almost like
maintenance
at a
motivation.
certain point you're like, uh-oh, I've gone too far with this. Like, I don't know what else to
Here's
do.
me being
Yeah.
like, oh my God, my ADHD time blindness. I just stuck him out there and totally forgot he was there.
Are you sure it's
I
been
didn't-
4
4
years?
years? That's
Already?
Not possible. That's not
That
possible.
can't be right.
I just talked to him like 2 weeks ago.
I just FaceTime with him the other day.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Okay, so now I have what I'm assuming is the epic obituary for obituary area.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
okay.
I swear that I've read this already, but I think maybe I just read it on my phone while I was in the Berkshires because that was the email that kept coming through. But anyway, here we go. Robert Adolph, another fucking Adolph,
Woohoo.
God.
Bohm, in accordance with his lifelong dedication to his own personal brand of decorum, muttered his last unintelligible and likely unnecessary curse on October 6, 2024, shortly before tripping backward over, quote, some stupid motherfucking thing and hitting his head on the floor.
What the fuck?
This man is
he
clearly
died because
beloved.
he fell and hit his head and they found him dead, like, later. But apparently he was a real crank, so.
Yeah, sounds like it. Some stupid motherfucking
Some
thing.
stupid motherfucking thing. It's probably a clandle.
Probably was.
He probably was the guy who bought it for
Yeah, it's like
$360.
Yeah.
Probably. Robert was born in Winters, Texas, to the late Walter Bohm and Betty Smith on May 6th, 1950.
Imagine giving your child the middle name
In
Adolf in 1950.
50. I had that exact same thought. Who
What the fuck?
who at the hospital was like, sure, we're not going to ask questions.
No.
Jesus.
I didn't think
No.
about that.
Come on.
It's a
like I would
family
understand like
name.
1935 and it's
The
like,
war
oops.
kind of just ended.
Yeah, it's like,
Like
a little bit
4 years
awkward.
ago.
Like people are still coming home.
I'm pretty sure you could still maybe go to jail for naming your child Adolf or something. That feels like
Should.
not okay.
Mhm.
Wow. Weird.
Okay. Okay. Born on May 6, 1950, after which God immediately and thankfully broke the mold and attempted to cover up the evidence.
What?
Raised Catholic. There we go. Another fucking
Uh-oh.
Catholic. Robert managed to get his wife, Diane, pregnant 3 times, fast enough to just barely miss getting drafted into the Vietnam War by fathering Michelle, John, and Charlotte between 1967 and 1972.
Wow.
It's like he was having kids just to stay out of the
stay-
draft.
Yeah.
Much later, with Robert possibly concerned about the brewing conflict in Grenada, Charles was born in 1983.
Oh, we need another
my
one.
God.
Way later, that was in the
For
first
11 years.
The first kid
11?
was born in 67.
Oh,
Their
wow.
last one was born in 83.
Wow, that's what, 16 years. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they had another kid in 72 and then one 11 years later in 83. It does feel calculated.
It does feel
Well,
strategic.
he was
Very
nervous about
strategic.
Grenada.
yeah,
listen,
as we all were.
I get it. Yeah, all of us who were very much
remember
alive
it
in 1983.
Where were you when you heard about Grenada?
I was giving birth to my son, Edward.
This lack of military service was probably for the best, as when taking up shooting as a hobby in his later years, he managed to blow not one but 2 holes in the dash of his own car on 2 separate occasions.
Oh, no.
Which unfortunately did not even startle, let alone surprise, his dear wife, Diane.
Was she in the car?
Oh, no.
I don't know where Diane was. Who was much accustomed to such happenings in his presence and may actually have been safer in the jungles of Vietnam this entire time.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
While
Oh
the
my
world was in conflict elsewhere, Robert made do by learning to roof, maintain traffic lights in the city of Amarillo, and eventually becoming a semi-professional truck driver, not to be confused with a professional semi-truck driver.
Any additional context on
What?
what?
They're like, figure that one out for yourselves.
He
Okay.
was just semi-professional
As a truck driver.
as a truck driver, not a professional semi-truck driver.
Okay.
Semi-professional is one of those words I feel like you could say about literally anybody about anything.
And
Yeah.
it
What does
always
it
sounds
really
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of
It's a diss.
underhanded. Yeah.
Yeah. With peace on the horizon, Robert's attention somewhat counterintuitively drifted to weapons of war, spanning the historical and geographical spectrum from the Atlatl, whatever that is, of 19,000 BC in France.
Oh, it's a bow.
Oh,
Like
it's a
like
weapon.
a spear thrower weapon.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is
How to
tens
throw an
of thousands
atlatl.
of years old.
From 19,000 BC. Okay.
To the Sjambok of 1830s Africa, to the Mosin Nagant M1891 of World War II era Soviet Union.
Cool hobby, guy.
That was really hard for me to read.
Yeah, you did great.
You did awesome.
So many examples of these mainstream hobbyist items litter his small Clarendon, Texas apartment, that one of them may very well have been the item referenced in the aforementioned eloquent final epitaph. That's what I was going to say. He probably fucking tripped over that.
It's
On an
atlatl.
atlatl.
Some motherfucking thing.
It happens.
It does.
A man of many interests, Robert was not to be entranced by historical weapons alone, but also had a penchant for fashion, frequently seen about town wearing the latest trend in homemade leather moccasins, a wide collection of unconventional hats, and boldly mismatched shirts and pants.
This
I am
guy.
so confused by this man.
This
I
man
know.
is perplexing to me.
This is so confusing. Robert also kept a wide selection of harmonicas on hand.
What?
Not to play personally, but to prompt his beloved dogs to howl continuously at odd hours of the night to entertain his many neighbors.
Oh,
and
I would've hated
occasionally
this motherfucker.
and occasionally to give to his many, many, many grandchildren and great-grandchildren to play loudly during long road trips with their parents.
Oh my god.
That's like you giving your nieces like drum kits and
I
shit
did.
like that.
And a recorder.
Yeah,
And a
it's so evil.
recorder.
Sure
So
did.
evil.
Earlier this year in February, God finally showed mercy upon Diane, getting her the hell out of there for some well-earned peace and quiet.
Oh my God.
So Diane died.
Diane died earlier this year.
Oh my
God
god.
mercifully took her off this plane of existence.
Sometimes death is a mercy.
Getting her the hell out of there.
She's been waiting.
Without Diane to gleefully entertain, Robert shifted his creative focus to the entertainment of you, the fine townspeople of Clarendon, Texas.
What?
Over the last 8 months, if you have not met Robert or seen his road show yet, you
No.
probably would have soon.
What?
No details on the road show.
No? I thought there was going to be like a whole pamphlet coming up with all the.
We are
and
left
outs.
to wonder. We have all done our best to enjoy / weather Robert's antics up to this point, but he is God's problem now.
Oh my god.
Robert's farewell tour will be held on Monday, October 14th at Memorial Park Funeral Home in Amarillo. The family encourages you to dust off whatever outdated or inappropriate combination of clothing you have available to attend. A tip jar will be available in the front. Flowers are also acceptable.
Wow. Okay, first of all,
Whoa.
wear your finest homemade moccasins to the funeral. Whatever a homemade moccasin is. I imagine he's just like stitching pieces of leather together.
That
wow.
was a
I have homemade
fucking
moccasins.
roller coaster.
Do you really?
Yeah, my dad made them.
I'm wearing
beautiful.
I'm wearing some right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
Do you
well, who
not
am I?
have homemade moccasins?
Yeah, what's wrong
Christine?
with me? Clearly, I'm the loser
I'm not
here.
wearing the ones your dad made, but a listener made us these.
Oh.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
these
Well,
oh,
hell,
yeah, where are
shearling.
those?
Hell yeah, those are beautiful. I was picturing like just this guy in his garage just like pretending he could sew, but
I
Well,
wear
my
these
dad
all the
super
time.
glued together some rabbit pelts and made June some homemade moccasins, and I will send you a picture of those. Because
Very nice.
That is more in line with what you're picturing.
that may be a little bit more down what
Yeah.
I was imagining. Yeah. I mean, this road show alone. I mean, what if this big funeral is part of the road show? And it's just like this is all
I mean,
all
that would
part of
explain
the
the tip
plan.
jar.
yeah, exactly. The tip jar, etc.
I just
Wow.
think
I
it's
love
the-
that. I can't tell if the family like hates him or loves him. Or what.
That's
it's
also what
unclear.
I'm confused about.
It's unclear. It's like they get like really kind of in the like details about like no, he kind of sucked, but then
He's-
they're like
he's God's problem now.
he's God's problem now.
His
and Diane
wife
finally
mercifully
escaped.
died.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All right,
Man.
Christine, I just sent you a picture of the moccasins.
Oh, I'm coming up to
They're
see. Let's
they're
see.
raggedy. That's
Oh
definitely
my gosh. Okay,
They're
but
cute.
actually, she's really working them.
The button.
she really is.
The
Yeah.
button. Oh, those are cute. Oh, those are cute.
I'll
Yeah.
connect you with my dad, and he can
Thank
make
you.
a
I take
pair,
back
too.
everything I said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
Oh
know
my
you
gosh.
want
Love
these.
it. Wow. Well
I think
done.
Yeah, well done. The best obituaries are the ones that like leave you with so many unanswered questions. You know?
So
Like, don't give me
many.
all the details, but
There
make
was
sure you
one-
tell me if his name is Adolf, because that also
Yeah.
somehow
Come
I
on.
think has something to do with it, but I don't know what exactly.
I think a peppering in of like really confusing
yeah,
details,
like unrelated,
make
seemingly
an
unrelated.
excellent obituary.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. Especially when you're like, you guys get it, and it's like nobody gets it.
You know what I'm talking
Get
about.
what?
You get it. You've seen his
Classic
roadshow.
Adolf.
Yeah, classic
God.
Adolf. The whole town of Clarendon knows about this guy.
You, the dear townspeople of Clarendon, Texas.
Wow.
I
You
hope
certainly.
I hope his
Oh, I found a picture of him.
yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of goofy looking too. On top
Oh yeah,
of
you
everything.
found. I'm sure you have it in that folder.
I hope
Wow.
his service was a harmonica filled, dog howl filled, addle filled celebration.
I
That
hope no one.
motherfucking thing.
I hope no one tripped.
My favorite is that
Seriously.
he like avoided the war many times and then got really into war weaponry.
and
Like,
he tripped over it and died.
yeah, right, and it killed him. Like I feel like he had some weird premonition that he'd be killed by like a weapon of war, and then like it, so he didn't go to war. It just happened in his own garage. It's just so
That
tragic.
is my favorite theory I've ever
That's
heard.
so
Yeah.
full circle
It feels correct.
and correct.
And he had 4 kids.
Oh,
Dumbass.
so many grandkids and great grandkids. So many harmonicas.
To
Oh my
a
God.
life lived.
Wow,
Christine-
so a life very much lived.
Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been such a treat.
I'm
Such a
actually
joy.
really sad that I have to leave now, but
I know.
I mean,
Aren't
we
all?
have a group chat now, so
I know, right? We have a lot to keep up with, and I'm for sure going to be invested in a lot of the things we discussed today.
Tell the people where they can find you. And do you have any fun and exciting projects, tours, anything that you want to
Well, it sounds like your
mention?
producer could find me.
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah. Andrea
But
can find.
Andrea can find me, but if you don't have access to her, you can find me at Xteen Schiefer on social media. You can listen to And That's Why We Drink anywhere you listen to fine podcasts. You can listen to Beach Too Sandy Water Too Wet. That's the less traumatic one. It's more comedy focused sometimes. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well-
Thank you guys. This is a dream come true. I'm so
we
glad
love
you guys weren't
so
mad
much.
at me
Come
and I
back
wasn't mad at you.
anytime. No,
We-
nobody
It's
was
amazing.
mad. Nobody was
no
mad.
one's mad.
Nobody's mad.
And I am so glad you joined us today. Regardless
I
of
am.
what everyone else says.
Regardless of what everyone said, you look awesome.
You
I
look
think.
amazing.
You're really owning it.
You're
you
owning
know?
it.
It's just so
You're
proud
so
how you
confident.
you
You're so
insist on
brave.
being you,
Yeah.
no matter what.
I
No
wish I
matter
could do that.
What?
God bless.
Thank you guys.
All right, everybody, enjoy your day, and we'll see you next month with a new Gossip at the Corpse Cart.
I
Thanks
can't
for
wait to listen.
listening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.